All right. What's going on, y'all? This your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. So I just wanted to come on here today, and I want to talk about this whole outcry regarding to what's going on with the Magic City situation, this whole Magic City dilemma, and the politics behind it. Okay. And I want to get into Atlanta's black culture. All right. So there's this Magic City going on. And people are in the uproar because of the fact that the Hawks canceled the events there to host the Orlando Magic, right? So people are all in their feelings about that. But I had seen a statement that Killer Mike had compared racism to what was going on at Magic City. Basically, because the fact that the owners of the Hawk canceled the event at Magic City is now racism. This is according to Killer Mike. Let me tell you something. So for those of you that don't know what Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. Okay. It's one of the most popular strip clubs. And it's always been that center for like the past 30 some past 40 years. Okay. So a lot of celebrities go to Magic City. A lot of, we talking about athletes, we talking about rappers, especially movie stars. A lot of people been in and out of that club. Okay. Hey, what's going on? So people are making such a big deal about it because now I all say it's the end of the world because the Hawks won't host an event there. And people feel like Magic City is the only black business in town. Like as if there is no other black businesses. Right? And they feel like Magic City is the only representation of black culture. And this is where I have a problem. This is sad for the people that lives in the city of Atlanta, that grew up in the city of Atlanta at that. It's really sad that if you think Magic City is the representation of black culture, so you think the strip club is the representation of black culture in general. Like that's what you think black culture is all about is strip clubs. Let me tell y'all a little something. Since we on the subject about clubs, right? Let me be real with you. As somebody that grew up in Atlanta, okay, because for those y'all don't know, I was raised in Atlanta. There's people in my age group, okay, back then when they was coming up as teenagers. Let me tell y'all something. Atlanta is a city known for its fast life. It's known for its nightlife. That means that there's a lot of clubbing, a lot of partying going on throughout the city. And it's real easy for a child, for a child, for a teenager especially, to get caught up in the lifestyle, in that life. It's real easy. It's right in front of your face. It's easy to get caught up in trapping. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, it's easy to get caught up in trapping. It's easy to get caught up in the prostitution because there's a lot of prostitution out here. It's easy to get caught up in the club life. There's people in my age group that will tell you stories. When they were teenagers, they were going to adult clubs. Not teen clubs, but actual adult clubs. All right. They were going to places like Magic City at 16, 17 years old. They was going to clubs like Club Bounce, 112, Velvet Room. Okay. And what people don't know, the dirty shit, the politics that be going on behind these strip clubs, especially a place like Magic City, it was a lot of dirty shit going on and still is. So don't talk to me about the hot wings and all the food and things like that. Don't talk to me about that. Because as quiet as it's kept, as quiet as it is kept, that's in Atlanta. Let's see, back in about 2015. Okay, I read up on the article that Atlanta pulled over like 250 million in sex trafficking. And do you know where they go and find these girls and women? Most of the time they find them up in the damn clubs, in the strip clubs. So you can't tell me that Magic City don't play a part in the sex trafficking. But you know, it's unbelievable that people really think the black culture is based on strip clubs, as if there's nothing else that is contributing to Atlanta's black culture. Like, if that's the only thing you really care about the most, if you care about that more than anything else, that's a major problem. That's a major problem. If you think that the strip club is your only thing that you have to really worry about or focus more on when it comes to the crisis that's taking place within the city, that's a major problem. That is a fucking problem. And I find it, and I'm gonna be real, I find that disrespectful. I find it disrespectful because when we look at the history of Atlanta, right, there is a lot of black history taking place. But see, what people know is based on music. They just know the entertainment aspect of the black history of Atlanta. That's all they know for the most part. And these celebrities, I'm going to keep it real with you. You're not going to see them on an everyday basis. They not going to show up in your neighborhood all the time and sit down and talk to you. These celebrities don't really care about what really goes on in the city. They care about the entertainment aspect of it. Why? Because they getting paid like that. So somebody like Killer Mike making a statement comparing to what happened at Magic City to racism, it should be no surprise because he don't really care about what's really going on in the city. He care about the entertainment aspect because that's how he make his money as a rapper. So Magic City was that platform for rappers to come up in there and perform their music, to promote their music. So all they care about is the entertainment aspect of the city. They don't care about anything else. And for the everyday local people, y'all got bigger fish to fry. There's a lot more to really fry than just worry about no damn strip club. I mean, let's look at what's going on. Let's look at the homeless crisis, housing inflation. Yeah, those are a serious issues that people need to be really worrying about. The gentrification. And I seen one person made a comment that, oh, it's black, Magic City is a black business, it's black culture, it's black history, as if nothing else matters. Well, what about all the other black businesses out here? So those other black businesses don't matter. Only Magic City. So Magic City only matters, right? Because that's where all your favorite entertainers go, correct? But all that, I love my city, man. I stand up for my city, man. I love my city, though. ATL ho forever. All that bullshit, but y'all worry about Magic City. Out of all the fucking shit that's going on right now in the city, Magic City is the number one on the top of the list. And y'all crying over the fact that they won't let the goddamn host the event over there in the damn club. So now it's the end of the world. It's like, oh, it's a major problem. Come on, you gotta be serious, man. And this is what I mean, that it's so divided amongst blacks out here. It's very divided because you're gonna see there's a lot of class discrimination. So, what is Black Mecca in this case? What does it mean to be a Black Mecca city? And who's reaping that benefit? So, this whole idea of Black Mecca, this whole idea of this Black Mecca, right, is nothing more than a marketing tool. It's a marketing tool to other places, to other cities, to other states, and to other countries. That's all. That's all this whole Black Mecca thing is. But the question is, what group of black people are benefiting from the idea of Black Mecca? What group of black people are benefiting from that shit? Because I'm gonna tell you, if you come to Atlanta, you gonna see it's a whole nother ball game. It's not as unified as you think. I just want people to know they don't get caught up on the illusion that everybody is together. Everybody is like this. Because they're not. It may look like that, but it's not. There is a lot of class discrimination. And these celebrities are not a representative of the people of Atlanta. I'm going to say it again. These celebrities are not the representative. I also seen Killer Mike made a statement saying that all the black kids that are poor should not be going to wars. All the rich kids should go out there into the wars and fight, not the poor kids. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, hold on. I said, hold on, wait a minute. Did this man just say the poor kids shouldn't go out there and fight in wars? All the rich kids should go out there. So if all the rich kids should go out there and fight in wars, then that means his kids need to go out there and fight, right? His kids need to be sent into the military. Yeah, his kids need to be sent into the goddamn military, because if that's going to be your argument. But no, these celebrities do not care about y'all. I wish y'all would understand that. I mean, they make great music, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can sit back and vibe and jam to their music and do all that, but let's keep it real though. When it comes to political stuff, the celebrities ain't it. The celebrities are not cutting out for that. Yeah, so it irks me. It irks the hell out of me. Whenever something go wrong at Magic City, let's just say there was a situation where, let's just say whatever the situation comes about Magic City. Say if they can't have another event because of such and such. Oh, that's when it becomes an outcry. Everybody and they mama want to speak up and protest about that, but they don't talk about anything else that goes on. Anything else that goes on in the city, it doesn't really matter. But if it's something dealing with Magic City, now it matters. To me, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and it's insane that I'm just hearing this from the people out here. Like, bruh, are y'all fucking serious? Like, you can't be serious. You can't be fucking serious. You can't be fucking serious, man. I mean, it is so much more to Atlanta's black history. It is so much more to Atlanta's black culture. And to think that it is only reduced to the strip clubs, it says a lot. It says a lot about it says a lot about our mentality. It says a lot how we see ourselves. It's like we don't see ourselves anything else but people that like going to the strip clubs, people that like to party. That's what it says about us as a people. That the only thing that is good about the black culture out here in Atlanta is strip clubs. Like, do you hear how that shit sound? Like, that shit sound crazy. I mean, forget about the HBCUs out here, right? Forget about the HBCUs. Forget about the organization that took place out here. Forget about the neighborhoods that were founded by black people. Forget about all that. The only thing that is valuable to the black culture is strip clubs. I mean, it just sounds crazy. It sounds insane to me. Like, it sounds insane as hell. You got to be crazy enough to believe that. Man. And it should be no excuse. It should be no excuse for the blacks out here to not even study and do the research. It should be no excuse for black people out here to not study and research, to not go to these local libraries and read up on Atlanta black history. It should not be no damn excuse. It should not be no damn excuse, bro. Like, bro, are y'all fucking serious? Like, y'all niggas insane. Like, it should be no fucking excuse. Like, the library is right there. Like, y'all can really just go, and then you go to historical sites, landmarks to actually study the black culture and history of Atlanta. But the only thing that people can focus on is the strip clubs. Like, bruh, what the? Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? Y'all finna go to war over a damn strip club for real. Well, Magic City, it been around for a long time. It always been the forefront of Atlanta. It always been that foundation in the black community. So y'all really about to go to war. Y'all really going in about the strip club. Where they serve some good wings. That's all y'all care about is the fucking wings. Fuck the damn wings. That's all y'all niggas really care about. Hell, you can find black owned businesses that serve good wings as well. I mean, what the fuck is you saying? Like, what are y'all saying, bro? Like, what is y'all talking about? Y'all niggas is crazy. Like, it's insane to me. It's insane to me. It's really like fucking insane, bro. I'm just sitting back and I'm just reading the comments. And I'm like, damn, y'all cry more about what's going on than y'all crying about more about Magic City than anything else. Y'all cry more about Magic City than anything else. I guess Magic City just matters more to y'all. I was like, damn, y'all motherfuckers gonna be okay. Y'all gonna survive. If Magic City closed down today, you gonna be okay. It's not like you gonna die because Magic City closed down today. Or if Magic City no longer becomes a strip club, y'all act like that's it. That's the final. That's the end of the city. No, it's not. Bro, I don't. It's insane. It's insane to me. This shit is really insane. This really insane. There's housing inflation, homeless crisis, gentrification going on, health crisis taking place. And the main thing y'all worry about is a damn strip club. If they close down Magic City, they will open up Magic State. If, like I said, if they close down Magic City, they'll be okay, bro. They'll be all right. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it for the life of me. It just never made sense. Y'all motherfuckers act like y'all own Magic City or something. Like, nigga, you don't own the fucking strip clubs. Like, y'all act like y'all own the fucking strip clubs or something. Like, y'all act like these strip clubs is paying your bills or something. Okay? Like, I don't know. But you know what? I could see if the employees who work there had an issue. I understand because a lot of those girls that work at the strip clubs, they're young. All right. And a lot don't work there because they have to make income to take care of a household. They do it because they paying for college. You know what I'm saying? Or they're doing it because this is their livelihood and this is how they can make legitimate money. So I understand how they may feel, you know what I'm saying, because they'll feel like they being impacted, right? I understand, I get it. But at the same time, in my humble opinion, I wouldn't want to go to no, I wouldn't want to go visit no strip clubs. I wouldn't want to go to a place, especially like Magic City. The reason why, because it would be depressing to look at a group of young women dancing they behind off on a pole somewhere in front of a group of people, a group of guys at that, who come from all various background, drug dealers, pimps, pastors. You never know. You might have kidnappers in there. You may have serial killers. I wouldn't want to sit back and just watch somebody's daughter or granddaughter being on a pole dancing and being looked at as a sexual object by these type of men who have the potential to prey on her. And then when I hear the stories from people that used to be strippers, they'll tell me things about how fun it was at the time, you know what I'm saying? They had fun with it, but at the same time, it was depressing. It's like it shows some form of insecurities that's there. And they feel like the only way they could feel secure about themselves as women if they go off and show their body, if they go off and dance in front of everybody, show off their talent by shaking their ass. Like, it shows the vulnerability that is there. It shows the insecurity. So to me, it would be very depressing to go to a strip club. Like, I couldn't sit there and just be entertained by that. That's just how I look at it. I couldn't be entertained by seeing somebody's daughter on the pole. But yeah, my whole thought is, if y'all gonna have the same voice about this situation, right? Have that voice about anything else. Have the voice about everything else that's going on in the city. Have that same voice about all the crises that's taking place. Have that voice about the taxes. Have that voice about housing inflation. Okay? Have that same voice about the homeless crisis, seeing homeless folks all over the streets, all over downtown, underneath the bridge. Okay? Have that voice. And then the city sending damn law enforcement to close down the camps where all these homeless people are living at, right? They destroying the areas where they sleep, where they use the restroom, where they take a shower, where they eat. They destroying all that area. And where the people got to go? Where else they gonna go? What's the next location for them? Because they can't go to the homeless shelter, because the homeless shelter can only take so many people. Because I think we used to have 2 homeless shelters in downtown area. They closed down one of them. So they closed down one of the shelters, and so now it's only one. But that place can only hold so many people. So where else these people gonna go? Where they gonna sleep? And a lot of them can't go to the motels because the motels can hold so many people. And some of those places ain't gonna take no homeless folks like that either. So I mean, so what they're going to do? Where they gonna go? How are they gonna sleep? I mean, and then you got areas where there is like rat infestation, roach infestation. properties where you got the slumlords that don't want to take care of the apartment complex, but they want people to pay so much rent for. I mean, this maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just thinking beyond the entertainment. Maybe I don't care much about what's going on as far as entertainment wise. Maybe it's just me. But this is what I'm thinking. This is what my logic is. It's like, okay, what about all the other things that's really impacting the city, that's impacting the people? I mean, I don't know. That just my this is my logic. Like, bruh, like what the fuck? This is my logic, man. It's just my logic. But I guess, I mean, it is what it is. It just really fucked up like how people really think. Like how people prioritize entertainment over social issues and crisis. And it's just like it really shows how we really think of ourselves as a people. It really shows how we think of ourselves as a people. And this is one of the reasons why, and I'm gonna be real, this is one of the reasons why many, I mean, other black people don't want to continue this whole black empowerment, black unity thing, because it's gonna go left every time. It's like no matter what somebody try to do, somebody can talk about black empowerment, talk about doing things for the community, and they have that inspiration, they have the goals, they have the willpower to do it, but other black people don't want to follow along with it because they focus on something that is totally irrelevant to what's really going on. And so now it gets to the point that, okay, this doesn't even matter anymore. Why should we even talk about bringing about political organization to help the black community when the black community don't really want to be helped on the grand scale? They want to focus on something that is very irrelevant. So this is why people give up. People give up on political activism. People give up on social activism because they feel like it's not producing anything. It's not producing any results. It's like you can't get to people no matter what you try to do. So have you thought of joining a union or a affinity group, get organized? I have. I have. And it was just a bunch of chaos. I have been around political groups. I have been around social organization. And a lot of the people that I've been around, they only want to look good for television. They want to commercialize themselves. They only looking to make a name, to appear as a savior, but not actually do the work. And then what it becomes a situation where there's the concept called poverty pimping. So poverty pimping is, as long as there's a group of people over here that are poor and they don't have a lot of resources, this person can have a nonprofit organization and get funding from the government. And so as they receiving funding from the government, right, they taking that money that is supposed to go into their organization, but they're taking it and using it for their own personal gain instead of taking care of the people that are in actual need. So when I start seeing the facade that people was putting on in these organizations, I just stepped away. I just stepped away because I realized that it's not about helping the people. It's about helping their own pockets. It's about making the people who are the runner of the organization look good. So, with that being said, I just gave up on the whole idea of being part of an organization because, for one, it's very stressful and it takes a toll over your health. And I had people that I knew personally that were doing actual community work, that was going out their own way, giving back to the community, helping people that was homeless or underserved, and they end up sick themselves. They end up with all kind of health issues. So although they were doing the work for the community, they did not prioritize their health. They did not prioritize their own health. They did not put their own self-care as number one. They did not focus on themselves. They didn't give themselves a time to, decompress, to relieve themselves from stress. No, they was putting too much work on trying to help people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for helping folks. But at the same time, you have to focus on your well-being. You have to focus on your own stress level. You have to focus on your health and make sure you are in good shape, because if you're not in good shape, then you can't do enough for anybody. So the people that I knew personally that was heavily involved with helping the community, doing everything for the community, they found themselves being sick, going back and forth to the hospital. And eventually they died. They died of serious health issues. And do you think the people around them that was supposed to be working with them, do you think those people even tried to help them? Do you think those people tried to make sure that they had some type of income or they had a place to stay? No. The people that was around them, that was a part of their organization, wasn't even trying to pitch in and help them out. So these people was doing it all by themselves, because they were trying to go above and beyond, trying to do everything for other people, and they end up making themselves sick. They end up getting sick. They got diabetes. They done had high blood pressure, heart issues. So my thing is, you can do what you can as an individual. You can only do what you can. You can only do what you can as far as trying to help people out, but you have to prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize your well-being. Because I'm telling you, putting a lot of emphasis on trying to help others can stress you out. Especially when those people are not willing to give in. If they're not willing to change what's going on and not, trying to bring some type of, if they're not trying to bring the changes in their lives and they're not serious about their issues, then you burn yourself out. So, because if you got people that care about issues like this, Magic City, if they care about Magic City or any other strip clubs, then you wasting your time. You wasting your time. You wasting your breath. You wasting your energy. You could be doing anything else. You could be putting your focus on doing something very constructive with your own personal life. So, yeah. So yeah, that's where I stand with organization. I don't really join them. And if I'm gonna join an organization, I have to make sure that they are legitimate. I have to make sure that the people that I'm around, I can trust them. If I can't develop any trust, and if I know that there's some type, if there's a lot of red flags taking place, I'm not going to join. And I'm not going to be around those individuals. And if you can't address the issues that's really affecting the community as an organization, I can't join. I can't support you. And if you can't work and coexist with other people that's on the same goal and that's trying to do the same thing that you're doing, I can't support you. So, to the person that asked that question, I hope that answered your question. Yeah. I know I kind of just went on a rant, but yeah, I hope that answered your question. What about Magic City? Well, Magic City, obviously, Magic City is like the most important topic of everybody's conversation in Atlanta. Yeah, Magic City is like the most important topic out of all the issues that's going on in Atlanta. So let me see what's my put. The other alternative is to work with an organization until that organization earns your trust for you to join. Again, I hear what you're saying, but you still have to do your research. You have to do the research on the people that's running the organization. You have to be able to see how that organization operates. So you don't want to just work with somebody just because you want to be able to find out and see what direction they going, what is their whole intent, what is their purpose. That's what you want to do. So you have to play it safe. It wouldn't do you any good just say, okay, I want to work with this organization over here, and you don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about the people that's in the organization, what their whole purpose are. Caring is a hard job. Weak folks don't care. Only strong folks do that kind of work. True. Very true. Helping folks is a hard job. It is a hard job. It's a very hard job to help those people who don't really want to help themselves or who don't prioritize the main issues that's going on that could affect them and their loved ones. Yeah. I mean, before you can be strategic about anything, before you can be strategic, you will have to sit down and just interview, get to talk to that person, get to know the person, get to know the people that's around them before you try to do anything strategic. Some folks don't want help, they want their destructive behavior enabled. And that's a problem. That's a major problem right there. You don't want any type of help. So, and it seems like that with the people in Atlanta, not everybody is like that. Don't now let me tell you, not everybody's like that out here. But for those who care so much about the strip club entertainment life, it seems like that they want somebody to enable their destructive behavior, you know what I'm saying, their lifestyle of living and going in and out of these strip clubs instead of what's really going on, what's the core issue. Because when you go to these places, right, it's easy to get caught up in a lot of shit. I'm telling you, it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to get caught up in all kinds of stuff in those damn clubs. I mean, you get caught up on drugs, you get caught up on crime activities. It's easy to get caught up. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Atlanta is a fast life, okay? It's a city life. So when you're trying to keep your kids away from prostitution, drug activity, alcohol, or whatever, it's all around them. So your kid could be going to school and they come straight home, right? After they did their homework or did their house chores or whatever, they'll change clothes, and you thinking that your kid gonna go out and hang out with their friends somewhere. You know, you thinking your kid gonna go to the movies or whatever, but your kid actually going out to the club because it's right in front of them. It's like it's right there. That's their entertainment. So it's nothing for a teenager to go up in the strip club. They can lie about their age. If they know somebody that's grown, right, that goes there all the time, all they gotta do is ask that person to get them in. Or if they know that security guard that works there. Hell, that security can get them in the club with no problem. So it become an easy asset. They know how to get around it. So it's right in front of their face. Just like selling drugs, it's right in front of their face. If they see that trap house down the street from them, they gonna go to that trap house, right? And if they can find connect, if they homeboy or they homegirl know somebody over there, they can get a connect. It's right there. So your child will grow up so fast. And when your child grows up so fast, they become an adult so fast. They'll forget about their childhood. And that's how it was with people with my generation, okay? Because I'm a millennial. So the people that come from my millennial generation, right? That's how it was with them. They grew up so fast. They became an adult so fast. And it brought about arrested development because they was exposed to a lot of shit at a young age. So they look back at it and they like, damn, I missed out on this as a child. Damn, I wish I could have just did this instead of doing this. Because one thing led to another, which led to another situation and to another situation. Let's see. Somebody put. I can't lie. Sometimes I wonder if mental health can be infectious. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. If you be around people that has a serious mental crisis, it can have an effect on you. There's a science behind that. That's why sometimes you hear people say, stay away from folks who have bad energies. And it's not just a cliche. It's real. You gotta stay away from certain type of people because they can have an impact on your mental health. Because when they have mental crisis and they have mental breakdowns and things like that, it can drain you. And you start to take in some of their behavior traits. Why? Because it's a part of the adaptation. Because you in that environment for so long, you pick up on their behavior traits or you take in some of their characteristics and it affects you. That's why some people cannot work in the field of psychology. They can't work in mental institution. They can't work in hospitals because it takes a toll on them. Now, those who have a strong mind, they can work in those type of environment, but other people, but those who are not strong enough mentally to deal with other people who have mental crisis, it will take a toll over them. It'll become draining. Some folks just mad, angry, and don't care, rightfully so. So many folks live very hard lives as children up into their adult lives. Yes, absolutely. Rightfully so, life is hard for a lot of folks. Yes, it is. And repetitive bad decision can be characterized as mental issues, and being around folks who behave a certain way, you can't pick up that behavior and think it's right. Yes. Remember though, the concept of having a childhood came into existence between 50s and 60s. Okay, well, I would like to see more sources on that as far as the concept of childhood coming to 50s and 60s. I would need to see some sources. I would need some information about that. But I think the reason why you're saying that, because at one point of time, children had to labor along with their parents. Okay. They had to, like, if their parents was working on the farm, the kids would have to work on the farm as well. Or if the parents was working in the factory somewhere, then the kids would be working in the factory. This is before they had child laboring laws. So I could see why you may say that. But I would have to see more sources behind that as far as that coming into existence in the 50s and 60s. And then, like, it depends on what culture you come from, right? In some culture, kids are pretty much introduced to adulthood at a very, very young age, or responsibility of what it means to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Such as caring for other children in the household, cooking and cleaning, right? Having to pay the bills. So that is called parentification. So that's what it's called, parentification. So those kids are exposed to the responsibility of adulthood at a very young age. So I can see where you're coming from, and I can see why you made such an argument on that. Mhm. Okay, well, I want to see that book as well, Kevin. The school leaving age used to be age 12. Mm. The school leaving age used to be age 12. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Here's a book for you. It's called Domestic Revolution: A History of American Life. All right, I will have to look into that. But you know what? I'm gonna give you a little story. So my grandmother, may God rest her soul, she grew up in the country, okay, which is the rural town. So the old heads call it the country. So my grandmother grew up in the country, and she used to tell me stories like how kids used to work, like how the girls especially, they had to work, and they didn't start going to school until they were 11 years old. So my grandmother did not know how to read or write until she was 11. Yes, my grandmother was illiterate until she was 11 years old. And when she went to grade school, the school that she went to was like kids from various ages, from ages 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. They was all in the little schoolhouse. Okay. And it didn't make it any better because they couldn't really learn out the textbooks they were given, because the textbooks were like torn and worn out. And They wasn't given the best quality of education. So she was able to learn the basics, right? But she wasn't given the best quality of education at that time. But yeah, so during that time period when she was coming up, so this is like what she was born in the 30s. So it was like in the 40s and the 50s, right? They were still working on the fields. Like kids was out working on the fields in a tobacco field or doing sharecropping, whatever, cotton fields or whatever. So yeah, they didn't have enough education. Education wasn't at the top of the list. They had to go and labor. So it wasn't until they start going to school at a certain age, and again, most of them didn't start until 11 or 12 years old. So, so I just wanted to share that, and I just thought that was very interesting that you brought that up, Kevin. Okay, it says domestic revolution, a social history of American family life. Okay, all right, I'll make sure I put that on the list. A social history of American family life. I'll make sure I put that on the list. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of kids, they grew up in Atlanta, they was just caught up in the adult life, in adult entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the value of childhood was taken away from them because it was replaced with adult activities. So it was just like right in front of your face. And it's like that anywhere you go. It's not just in Atlanta. Anywhere you go, whatever city you go, a child's going to get caught up in doing adult things if they surrounded by a bunch of adult activities. But I'm just saying, like a place like Atlanta, it's very easy for a child to just get caught up in it. Like they get exposed to seeing certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like right in front of their face. It's right in front of your face. You see it there. So you just embrace it. You just think, oh shoot, this is entertainment. This is cool because this is what I grew up into. This is this is all I know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything else. You know what I'm saying? You don't find too many kids that can tell you that, oh, they used to watch Pokemon or they used to watch Dragon Ball Z and they used to go to the anime events. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids wouldn't even tell you that. I mean, a lot of adults in my age wouldn't even tell you that's how it went for them growing up as kids. They didn't tell you that, oh, they used to watch a lot of Pokemon and a lot of X-Men and going to Six Flags all the time and stuff like that. No, it was more so that they was out there trapping or they went to trap houses with their mamas or their daddies or their uncles or whatever, and they used to go to strip clubs and they used to go to like adult clubs. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll go to the whole house, which is a brothel. So a brothel is a whole house. So it's a lot of whole houses out here in the A too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a lot of whole houses. So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? These kids, they'll be exposed to that kind of stuff and they'll be like, okay, oh shit, let's go over here. Let's go over here to this house right here. Or let's go up the street and let's go hit up such and such. Oh, such and such got that work over there. And hell, Freaknik. Atlanta was known for Freaknik. And people went crazy about Freaknik when they had closed it down. When they stopped the whole Freaknik thing back in 2000, folks went crazy. They lost their minds. They was like, oh no, you got rid of Freaknik. Why? That was the epitome of the black culture. Yeah, Freaknik was like the epitome of the black culture. So once they got rid of the Freaknik, then it was like, okay, let's go head on over there to Magic City. Then let's spend more time at Magic City. You know. So yeah, so Freaknik was considered as the epitome of the Black Atlanta culture. And once they stopped the Freaknik thing, it was like people just got upset. People was losing it. People was mad. They was angry. They was like, man, what the hell? Why? Why would y'all take away Freaknik? Da 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 da. But the problem was, it was a lot of crime that was taking place. It was a lot of women that were sexually violated. They were forced against their own will. That had nothing to do with what was going on. Some of these women were college kids trying to get back on campus, trying to get to their dormitory. Some of them were trying to get to work. And then you're met with a bunch of drunk ass motherfuckers who don't know how to control their sexual urges. And they got down trying to get you to come in the car. And then there was people that was getting murdered. There was people getting into fights and all kinds of stuff. A lot of drug activity was taking place. Hell, so you would have people that would tell you that shit, they used to go down there to Freaknik. They used to sneak and go to Freaknik and they would see what's going on when they had no business going down there. So I think once they stopped that, it was like, okay, Magic City is the main spot. It's the main spot that everybody's going to meet up now. So I think there's their way of trying to replace the fact that the city took away Freaknik. So Magic City became that hub. Mm-hmm. It's called. Okay, I'm gonna look up the name of the book. Let me see. Let me write that information down. Let me write that information down, Kevin, because I don't want to forget. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this information from you. Hold on, child. Let's see. Let me get that information. Let me look that book up real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Cause, and you know what? It looks like it goes into a lot of sociology. So, okay, let me see. Domestic revolution. Domestic revolution. Domestic revolution. And social history of American family life. Let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, I see it. Okay, I see that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my bucket list. Okay, thank you, Kevin. I'm gonna put that on the list. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so shout out to brother Kevin on it. Mhm. Yeah, Freaknik was bananas. And Freaknik used to stay on the news all the time. It was on Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 46, Channel 11. It was always on the news. Something was always going on at the Freaknik. Something always was going on. So the city finally said, hey, we're going to shut this shit down. We finna shut down this operation. And I think they did that because they was afraid of getting lawsuits. They were afraid of getting sued by the families of those who were victims. I think that's what it was. So they probably just said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut it down because it's out of control and we don't want to get hit with lawsuits. Mm. But anyways, you all, so I'm going to go ahead and log off of here. I just wanted to come to you guys and talk to you guys about, just want to get my thoughts on this whole thing. I just think that it's just ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous, like how people really going by what's taking place, So But it's not like, celebrities are not gonna go to the damn Magic City clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the show or at the end of the goddamn game, right? People gonna go straight to Magic City. They gonna get their drink on, get their smoke on, get they eat on. They gonna go straight to that place after the game is over with. Everybody gonna, I mean, well, not everybody, but people gonna go and hit up Magic City. That's one of the first thing people gonna do. So it's like it's still the show gonna still go on. People still gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So whether Magic City hosts the Hawks game or not, people still gonna go there. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, that's just my whole thought on this. This is my whole opinion. This is how I'm looking at it. I just think it's bizarre. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Until next time, may peace and power elevation be to all of you. This your girl Tiffany. I'm coming through here. Hold on. Okay, what else? Let me see. That same author of that book I just told you wrote a book called Huck's Wrath, A History of American Childhood. Well, let me put that one on the bucket list. You give me some good book recommendation, Mr. Kevin. Let me see. Huck's. Let me look that up. Child. Let me see it. Okay. Hold on. All right, cool. Cool. That's dope. That's real dope. That's real dope right there. Okay. Boom. I'll make sure I'm gonna get those books and I can read more into them. So thank you for those book recommendation. Yes, I got to check those books out. Thank you. So let me go ahead and see if I can pin this up. So if you guys can see that, if you get a chance, please make sure you check out the books that Brother Kevin recommended. One is called The Domestic Revolutions, A Social History of American Family Life. And the other book recommendation is Huck's Wrath, A History of American Childhood. So, yeah, please check that out if you're interested. All right. So, anyways, you guys take it easy. This your girl Tiffany, and I'm logging off. Peace and power elevation. And I will keep you guys posted on the next subject matter. So, y'all be safe out there. All right. And Ramadan Mubarak to you guys who are still celebrating Ramadan. I think Ramadan's supposed to end today. Yeah, so this is the last day of Ramadan. So Ramadan Mubarak to all my brothers and sisters out there. And I hope you guys get ready for Eid and all that great stuff. So y'all take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. Until next time, peace and power elevation. This your girl Tiffany, and I'm out.